Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and you get a bonus video today because there's a headline that just floored me today that I had to go out and share and investigate, and you benefit from it. More than 100 companies are laying people off. This is just from March alone. Wow. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, but let's get right into it. There is something called WARN, and that is a notification for employees that have to be warned that they could potentially lose their job. Companies have to give you, in the United States, worker adjustment and retraining notification, have to give you basically 60 days notice with larger companies of basically 50 and more. Now, some states it's 100, but generally if you have 50 or more employees in the state and you're going to lay off a large group of people from 10 and above, you have to notify the employees 60 days in advance. The problem with this is that you have 100 companies that have just said that they're going to lay people off in March alone. Unheard of, guys. Absolutely amazing that this is happening. Now, what is the number one reason? People are not selling as much as they did before. That's clear. It's sales. Clearly it's revenue driven. Clearly it's the cost of the employees and to maintain the existing company. That's a problem. Okay? The other thing that I have a friend, Mike, and we share stuff literally daily about AI. And AI is the other big problem. I found a program today that is absolutely amazing that will basically, you can take a picture of something and it will estimate what it would cost to replace it. Now, think about this. If you were in the construction business and Mrs. Jones wants you to come out and take a look at, my gate is broken. I want you to take a look at it. Hey, Mrs. Jones, download this app, take a picture of it, and send it to us. Or you could take a picture yourself, and the app will determine, well, this is a $300 job. I don't want to drive 45 minutes for this. I'm not going to do this. So the cool thing with this is that that's going to change everything. It's absolutely changing everything right now. And people just have no idea the amount of positions that are going to be eliminated. People think, hey, I'm in sales. I'm not going to lose my job. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your job. So, hundreds of employees, Walgreens, you're seeing Walgreens trying to spin off divisions, Joann Fabrics, all these liquidation sales are just basically turning these stores into swap meets and flea markets, and it's very, very sad. It's not anything good right now. But the problem with these jobs and job losses are just going to continue to mount. It's not going to turn around. The economy is not going to turn around anytime soon. The best thing that you can do is cut costs. The best thing that you can do if you are a one-man band, one-woman show, you got nobody but you and the dog, is to cut your costs right now. Every way you can. Every way you can. Now, one video I thought that was going to do really well that people didn't care about was the lack of 40% of the people driving down the highway without insurance. I think it's insane myself. That's the last video. You can take a look at that. But the point is that so many people are broke right now that it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. So where do you draw the line, guys? Where do you sit there and say, nah, I think there's a problem with the economy. I think that this is an issue. Everybody's hurting. Tell me an industry that's doing well that's not selling the negative. The negative is divorce lawyers, bankruptcy lawyers, repossession, foreclosure, things like that. No, 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 no. If you're not in the negative right now, you're not doing well. Now, people that are in construction and retail and different things where people have to spend money, restaurant business, it's very tough right now to make money right now. And it's funny, there is a high-end chicken place that somebody says, oh, you got to check this place out. They have nothing in Southern California. The nearest place is like 50 miles away. And they advertise themselves as we're a high-end fast food restaurant. High quality, high prices. That's our motto. And they're expanding right now. So I won't say the name until I go there yet. But crazy. Now, one thing that you can do is you can go to your state. Every state has a website that can tell you if there are warn notices. So the idea with this is that there's national ones, which is the ones I like to look at. And I went to Warn Tracker today and just downloaded been going on over the course of the last month that they have nationally. And I'm just going to let this play next year right now. So look at all these companies, guys. This is a big deal right now. This is not something to take lightly. You've got all these different places that are going out of business and cutting back, and I shouldn't say they're going out of business. I should just say that they're massively cutting back right now. But take it seriously, guys. Take it seriously, because all these different places right now, you haven't seen anything yet. Haven't seen a thing. AI is going to take over everything. If you have a receptionist, you are a fool. The cost of having an AI employee, basically $2 an hour. I mean, it's nothing. It's free. But look at this stuff, Vanity Fair, all these different distribution places, TC International, 11 to 50, Elite Staffing, 11 to 300. This is playing. City National Bank, multiple locations, all these different places that are laying people off right now. Again, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I get a kick out of the people that write me and say, I am never losing my job. I am an integral part of XYZ. Nothing is going to stop, that are never going to get rid of me. Famous last words. I want to show you guys something about the coast that's kind of cool. See how that just eats at one side. This is 2 miles away from the last pier that you guys saw me at. And the waves at night just beat away at the sand. And that's why you don't have surfers down here and stuff like that. It's just a different set of waves. Now, if you go down another mile, that's the Wedge, the famous surf spot where they have the waves breaking the shore because it goes at an angle against the jetty. Very cool to see that. But guys, again, hundreds and hundreds of companies, going to see lots of people, thousands of jobs lost, and you haven't seen anything yet. You can blame tariffs, you can blame administration, you can blame whatever you want. What's happening right now with the economy is the interest rates are not coming down fast enough. You're seeing it getting more and more difficult right now to get money from these banks. It is harder and harder and harder to get a line of credit. And the idea with it is, again, don't borrow money to pay debt. Borrow money for cash flow and things like that. And talking about Mike Lindell from, My Pillow, there's a perfect guy who's just tapped, doing everything he can to keep the place open, and it's not working right now. So, it's very sad, but unfortunately, you're going to see more and more and more businesses go out of business during this time between now and summer. It's just going to be a real, real bleak situation because the banks all of a sudden aren't going to loosen their credit restrictions. I remember being in business, 20 plus years ago, and I'm driving down the street and they said, hey, Wells Fargo wants to talk to you. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on with the bank? Hey, Dan, we've been trying to get a hold of you. We want to give you a line of credit. What? Yeah. Listen, we're going to send you something in the mail. You'll get it tomorrow morning, and you'll have a $25,000 credit line overnight. Now, those days are done, guys. It's not like that. And it's not like they were searching you out. And eventually I got that to 50, 75,000. Okay? I mean, it just kept going up. And I would use it. And it's funny, I did work with Sam's Club, the evil empire of Walmart. And we would have to cut into that every week because they had to get paid. Oh, you're not going to pay us? You're going to pay us on Monday instead of today? Bye. End of story. They got their money, guys. And I can tell you stories about that later on. But those days are done. They're not doing that. They're not searching you out to say, hey, we want to write you a check. Now, I get people that when I say this, say, hey, listen, I just had my credit line increased at my bank. Good for you. Great. It's not happening to everybody. Go into your bank, talk to your bank. If you are in business, I'm telling you guys, they have to know what you do for a job right now. You need to have multiple bank accounts. I've said this over and over and over again. You need to have, if you can get a line of credit, multiple lines of credit right now, because you're going to wake up one day and they're going to cut it off. And if they do, you can just smile and go, wow, that idiot Dan in California walking on the beach was right because we're protected. So this is a nice little park outside of Balboa Pier. you guys ever want to come down here. Great for like sporting events and stuff on the weekend. All these bars and restaurants have fun stuff out here. But guys, 100 companies laying people off already. Just thought I'd make a quick video for you and let you know. Let me know what you think. Email me hello@iallegedly.com. Onward and upward, guys. Get ready. Get ready. This is not going to all of a sudden reverse. It's not just it's a bad beat for certain companies. It's a bad beat for all of us. We're all in the same boat right now, and a lot of people haven't figured that out yet. So good luck. I'll be back real soon.